Welcome to ABC Interactive English. Hello, everyone. I am Mike.
And I am Karen. Today, we are looking at part A of our lesson, and it's called phone problems. Oh, that sounds really frustrating. I hate it when I have phone problems.
Yes, of course, we're talking about smartphone problems, those little phones and computers you carry around in your pocket. And we have problems with these things and we use them all the time. So little problems can become big problems very quickly when our phone isn't working well.
Exactly. And especially nowadays, we depend so much on our phones. We use the calendar and then we jot things down on the phones, right?
That's
Important dates, and we use different apps, even, to do banking too.
That is very true. Every part of our life almost can be a problem if our phone is a problem as well. And then there are the other problems. Even if our phone is great and it's brand new, what if you're outside and you can't get a Wi-Fi signal where you are? What if you're far away from a city and you can't get any signal at all? And a problem I had not long ago, what if your phone is always running out of power? You can have great Wi-Fi in the middle of a city, but a dead phone is a dead phone. It cannot help you in any way at all.
That's right. And I think that is what we're going to be talking about today, right?
Yes.
Running out of power and having no power.
Oh no. Ivan and Nadia are having phone problems in part A of our dialogues. Let's see what's going on with them. Ivan and Nadia are hanging out on campus.
I can't believe it. The battery on my phone is almost dead, again.
How much power do you have left? And when did you last charge it?
So we're looking at part A of our lesson today, and it's called phone problems. And I think today, the phone problem our characters will be having is having no power. And that is a big problem, right?
That is a very big problem because if you have no power, that means you have no electricity. There is no power to make your electronic or electric machine work. If you don't plug it into the wall, your machine won't work. It has no power. Or like a phone, if it has a battery, something that has electricity in the phone, but that is empty, you have no power. Or maybe there's a big storm outside, a big typhoon, and suddenly all the lights in your house go off. You again have no power. The power we're talking about here is called electricity. That's the power we mean when we have no power. You can also say my phone is low or out of power, or you could also say I have a dead battery. The battery is the thing that holds the electricity or the power. So no power, your phone won't turn on, it won't do anything. It's just sitting there dead and not being useful.
That's right. And then I think that would be a big problem if you have to do a lot of things on your phone.
It's a big problem if you have to do anything on your phone, which is why it's so frustrating.
Okay, well, let's get started.
Okay.
So in our dialogue today, we have two characters, Ivan and Nadia. So Ivan and Nadia are hanging out on campus. Okay, so they're spending time together on campus. So that's what it means to hang out with somebody, right? To spend time together. On campus, though, what does it mean? So campus, that is a noun. A campus is the area of land and buildings that belong to a school, college, or university. It includes the buildings like classrooms, dorms, and libraries, as well as the surrounding area. So for an example, you can say, The school has a big campus with lots of green space where students can play and relax. Wow, that sounds really nice.
That does sound nice. I know the Taida University campus
that's right.
here in Taipei is a lovely place with parks and a lake, but also all those buildings and things for students and their teachers. All right, let's go over to Tina. She has a lot to tell us, and then we'll be back.Hello,
I'm Tina. 我们来看一下刚刚对话里提到的单字跟文法重点。首先来看看单字的部分。Power, power, 名词，电力。The lamp doesn't work because there's no power. 灯不亮，因为没有电力。Campus, campus, 名词，校园。It takes me 20 minutes to walk across the campus. 我走路穿过整个校园要20分钟。接下来我们来看一下文法重点。刚刚对话提到了 hang out 消磨时间，这是一个不可以分的片语动词。hang 的三态是 hang, hung, hung。我们来看看这个例句。Ivy likes to hang out with her friends after school. Ivy 下课后喜欢和朋友消磨时间。接着我们回到课文当中。
Okay, so we are back. We're on campus, hanging out at school with Ivan and Nadia, and someone is going to have a problem with their phone. Let's find out who. Ivan begins our dialogue by saying, I can't believe it. When something happens and it makes you upset, or maybe it's just something you're going, no way, this can't be true, I can't believe it. Well, he can believe it. He's just very upset and unhappy about this bad news. I can't believe it. The battery on my phone is almost dead again. Okay, so here we know that he has a little bit of power. You know, that little battery sign, it's red. It might say 5 or 7 or 10%, but it's almost dead. Not a lot of power. And also, this has happened before. That's why he's more upset. It's almost dead again. So it's happened in the past. I think he might have to get a new phone.
Yeah, I think that tends to happen a lot with older phones, right? The older your phone is, the faster the battery will run out, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so what does Nadia say now? Nadia says, how much power do you have left? And when did you last charge it? Okay, so how much power do you have left? That's what you were saying. Maybe 5% left, 10% or 20%. But he said that it's almost dead. I'm guessing maybe 7% or 5%.
Yes.
Yeah. And then she said, when did you last charge it? So what does it mean to charge? So that is a verb. It just means to pass electricity through something so that it is stored there. So you want the electricity to come inside your phone, so it's stored there. So that's to charge your phone. So an example sentence is, I need to charge my phone. Maybe because the battery is almost dead.
That's right. That's where the electricity is stored in the battery. And when you charge the battery, you are filling it with more electricity. Sometimes it just disappears a lot faster than you want. All right, let's go over to Tina. She'll have a lot of good stuff to learn from her, and then we'll be back.
我们来看一下刚刚对话里提到的单字 charge 动词充电 I need to charge my phone before going out 我出门前需要给手机充电文法的部分刚刚提到了 have something left 剩下某事物课文中的 left 指的是剩下的用来修饰 power 我们来看看这个例句 Sarah has only 1 hour left to finish her homework Sarah 只剩下1个小时完成作业接着我们回到课文当中
And we are back. Okay, so from our dialogue so far, we know that we have Ivan and Nadia. And then Ivan's phone is almost dead. And Nadia was asking, when did you last charge it? But we don't know the answer yet.
No, we don't, but we will find out in the second part of the dialogue, which we'll check out now. And then we'll be back to talk to you guys about it.
I'm down to 15%, and I charge it through the night.
Do you have a lot of apps open in the background?
No, but I was listening to music and watching videos earlier.
Those drain your battery pretty fast, so you might want to get a new battery.
I considered that, but I'll just use a power bank first.
That works too.
Welcome back, everyone. So before the break, we were looking at this dialogue between Ivan and Nadia, right? So Ivan's phone is almost dead, and Nadia was asking how much power do you have left? When did you last charge it? So now Ivan is going to answer her questions.
Yes, well, he has very little power. Let's find out how much. He says, I'm down to 15%. So, of course, a full battery would be 100%. He's all the way down to 15%. And here's the worst part. He says, and I charged it through the night. So it was plugged in, it was charging all night long for 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. He used it a little bit today. Maybe at school, it's lunchtime, it's the afternoon, or even the morning, and he's already used 85%. He's down to 15%. That is a lot of power being used in a very short time. I mean, if he's watching movies all the time, maybe, but still, to have only 15% after charging it through the night, that battery is not working well.
That's true. So maybe you're right. Maybe he has been watching a lot of videos online or doing a lot of things on the phone. So that's what Nadia is going to find out right now. So Nadia asks, do you have a lot of apps open in the background? Oh, okay. So I guess Nadia knows a lot about phones and the batteries. Do you have a lot of apps open in the background? So sometimes I think I do that too. Yeah. When I'm working on my phone, I have this app open, maybe my YouTube, my social media, so many different apps opening at the same time. I think that really eats up the battery too.
Ah, that's true. You use it, you look something up, and then you open another app, and then you look at another app. But the first one, the second one you looked at, it's still on in your phone. So it's still using battery power. So that's a good tip. Close those apps, especially if you don't use them very often. So that could be it. But Ivan has another idea. He says, no. So no, I don't have a lot of apps open, but I was listening to music and watching videos earlier. Those are other things that can use a lot of power. If you're listening to music, especially if the music is loud, you'll be using a lot of power. Maybe you're streaming that music, you're downloading it from a website, and of course, watching videos on YouTube or Netflix, that will use a lot of power on your phone as well. All right, guys, let's go over to Tina. She's got some more to tell us, maybe about how to charge our phones better, but probably about grammar and vocabulary. But let's go see her.
我们来看一下刚刚对话里提到的文法 ，be down to 降至，相对说法是 be up to 高达。我们来看看这个例句 ：The battery is down to 10%， 电池电量已经降到10%了。接着我们回到课文当中。
And we are back. Okay, so we know that Ivan has been listening to music and watching some videos. And now Nadia says, those drain your battery pretty fast.
Yes.
So when she says those, that means listening to music and also watching the videos. So drain the battery pretty fast. Drain just means that use up the battery really quickly when you listen to music or watching videos. And then she says, so you might want to get a new battery. Oh, okay. I guess that's another solution as well, right? If your battery always dies soon, maybe it's time for you to get a new battery.
Yes, every phone is a little different. I think some of them it's easier to get a battery than others. But yes, getting a new battery, getting your phone fixed, would be cheaper than buying a new phone. And Ivan, though, he's got another idea that might actually be even cheaper, will cost less money than getting a new battery. He says, I considered that, but I'll just use a power bank first. So before spending the money to buy the new battery, he's going to get a power bank. That's kind of like a portable battery, an extra battery. You carry it around, you plug your phone into that, and it can have a lot more power than just the battery in your phone. So that's not a bad idea. He's considered a lot of different things. To consider is to think about things, especially when you have a choice to make. You could do this, you could do this, or maybe you could do let me think about that. And you kind of look at them, you think about the price or the time or what's more fun or what you want to do, and then you make your choice. So thinking about the choices before you choose, that's when you are considering your choices or considering your options.
That's right. And then now Nadia says that works too. When she says that works too, she is referring to the fact that Ivan is going to get a power bank instead of buying a new battery, right? So that's also a solution too. That's also a good idea too. So it can solve your problem as well. Okay, so I guess getting a power bank or buying a new battery, they're both good solutions, right?
They are both good solutions for now, but I think eventually the battery will get quite old, or he'll just get tired of carrying that power bank around.
That's right.
Because they can be a little heavy in your bag. So, but yes, for now, that should be fine, hopefully. All right, let's go over to Tina one more time.
我们来看一下刚刚对话里提到的单字 consider 动词考虑。Mark is considering a new job offer. Mark 正在考虑一份新的工作邀约。接着我们回到课文当中。
And we are back. Okay, so we know the phone problem that Ivan was having. And we also know that Nadia gave some good suggestions. And Ivan also found a good solution. So I guess problem solved.
Yeah, at least for now, he'll get a power bank. That should allow him to charge his phone in the middle of the day. If it gets a little low on power, he won't have to plug it in. He can charge it as he goes. So that will be a solution for a while. All right, we're going to review the dialogue that we just read, and then we'll be back with you tomorrow and more ways to solve some of your most common phone problems. Ivan and Nadia are hanging out on campus.
I can't believe it. The battery on my phone is almost dead again.
How much power do you have left? And when did you last charge it?
I'm down to 15%, and I charge it through the night.
Do you have a lot of apps open in the background?
No, but I was listening to music and watching videos earlier.
Those drain your battery pretty fast, so you might want to get a new battery.
I considered that, but I'll just use a power bank first.
That works too.
我们来复习一下这一课的重点单字跟文法。单字的部分 ，power 名词电力 ，campus 名词校园 ，charge 动词充电 ，consider 动词考虑。接着我们来看文法的部分 ，hang out 消磨时间 ，Do you want to hang out this weekend？ 你这个周末想出门晃晃吗 ？Have something left 剩下某事物。We don't have much time left, so we have to hurry. 我们没剩下多少时间了，所以得快一点。Be down to 降至。The temperature of the water is now down to 27 degrees Celsius. 水温现在降至摄氏27度了。以上就是这一课的重点单字跟文法，我们下一课再见，拜拜。
Welcome to Which One Fits, the game where we tackle confusing English words. I can't wait to get into it.
Today, we're going to sort out the difference between job and work.
But before we dive in, let's go over how the game works.
In Which One Fits, we'll read a sentence with a blank, and you have to choose between job and work.
So join us and challenge your English intuition.
All right, first sentence coming up. I finally got a new blank at the design company. Which one fits?
That has to be job.
Oh, correct. A job is a paid position that you get hired for. Okay, let's do the next one. I have so much blank to finish before Friday. Which one fits?
I guess it's work.
Ding, 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 ding! Spot on again. Work means any task or activity that takes effort. You nailed it this time. All right, let's break it down clearly.
First up, job is a noun that means a specific position of employment. For example, he's looking for a part-time job to earn some extra money.
Right. A job is like your role or title, and it's countable. You can say 2 jobs or many jobs.
Now, work is a noun and also a verb. As a noun, it refers to the tasks or duties you do, not the position itself. Unlike job, it's uncountable. For example, she has a lot of work to complete tonight.
And as a verb, work means the action of doing a job. For example, he works at a bank.
So remember, a job is the role or position you have, and work is the stuff you actually do.
Exactly. That makes it clear which is which.
And you can even use both in the same sentence. I recently took a job as an assistant teacher, and most of my work is grading papers.
Hopefully that makes the difference between the 2 words more obvious.
And now you'll never mix them up again.
Until next time, stay curious. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.